Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday? I'm not sure. You know, the days of the week kind of blur a little bit sometimes, and this is one of those times. But happy glitter day, shall we say. Hope everyone is doing excellent. I am, rocking and rolling. I've got my wax dotting wand out, and I'm sharpening her up. Everything, you can buy the sharpeners a la carte at Craft Culture, or the bagel kit comes with a little one sharpened to kind of wet your whistle to try it out. But when you fall in love with it, and it's not an if, it's a when you fall in love with it, may I suggest buying yourself a full-length wax dotting wand, because they are amazing. Alrighty, so what I am doing today, what are we doing today? Today we are going to do some hot gluing. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I wanted to show you guys. So hoarding for the win, unfortunately. I was saving a bunch of these old little decorative votives because even though they don't really work anymore, I was like, well, I could change out I could use the flames for something. I could do something with them. So I'm going to take the flames, and that way I do not have to sculpt the flames out of air dry clay, which was my original plan, but I don't currently have any air dry clay. So I'm happy to repurpose something that I was hanging on to. So I've got, let's see, I've got 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. I've got exactly 8. And if I really love it, pop. If I really love it, I have one that I did on this one. I did little flames out of silk flower petals, or not, false fake flowers. And that I like just fine. I think I might like the realistic flames a little better, but we're going to play. We're going to mess with it a little bit. So today I want to put the flames on the candles. That I want to do for sure. Or at least get the candles started. Because here's what I think I'm going to do. I've got these little flames. I'm going to cut the bottom off because it looks a little more realistic if I do that. And then we're getting a little nuts. Did I not I didn't turn my glue guns on. That's all right. I just flipped my glue gun on, so it'll be, didn't I? Yes, now it's on. Now my glue gun's on. What I'm going to do is put a dot of hot glue in there, a little white wire, and I'm just going to make the wick. We're going a little hard, but why not? Why not go hard? So while I am waiting, I'm going to put some letters on some girls. Come here. So I've got these cute little friendship bracelet letters. Yesterday I was struggling to find the word friendship bracelet, but there it is. I've got some B7000. So what we're gonna do is, let's start with her. I'm going to write happy birthday to you on her. So I'm taking this and I'm making some dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would flip this around and show you, but you can't see it because the glue is clear. So y'all got to just trust me, I guess. Or I hope you trust me. Dotting one down. Okay. I'm going to take my H. Oh, I was like, you really can't see it. I also lost it. Oh boy. I need, my friend got me a headlamp with a light on it for when you're doing rhinestoning. And I gotta say, that's a hack for sure, but I don't have mine. I feel like as I'm getting older, I need like to magnify this. All right, HAPPY. happy. I'm going to scooch that over a smidge. I think I don't have enough glue under my H because when I placed my H, I didn't quite know where the glue dot was, so I didn't actually hit it like head on. I should go find my lamp, but I feel like if I put my lamp on and I try to talk to you guys, I'm just going to be like shining my headlight at you, and I don't think that would be fun for anyone. All right. Happy. Making the little dots. Birthday is too long, so I make it 2 lines, and that's just how it is. We don't let the perfect be the enemy of the done in this house. The wax dotting wand is great for this. The wax dotting wand, I was a slow adopter on the wax dotting wand compared to the other birth. Something about when I'm writing it on a shoe, my English is fine. My spelling and reading comprehension and stuff, but for some reason when I'm putting it, I don't have a T in there. Where's my other one? Something about once I'm writing on a craft project, I suddenly lose my ability to do things. Happy birth. Happy birth. Happy birth. Oh, a little more glue there. If I'm sticking it on there, and the B7000 has that tiny little needle nozzle, which is super fabulous. But if you feel like you're dotting the stone or the letter or whatever in there and it's not sticking, I would just add a little more glue because it can be hard to tell what's enough. Happy birth. Day, D-A-Y. Boop-a-doo. Adding my B7000. Happy birth. Day. Day. Ooh. Nudge, nudge. Happy birthday. To T-O. Oh, I need another T. For some reason, I have a billion of these trays and like different letters run out of different ones. I'll have one where I just have no T's in there. Obviously, I run out of muses a lot. The M, the U, the S's, the E's. And like you run through vowels a little quicker and you can buy like just vowels. To. Happy birthday. To. Looking cute. Y-O-U. It is really hard to see the glue on there. That's my big challenge. I feel like I'm making terrific faces as I do this. I'm like, ah. I'm sure that's super attractive. Sorry, y'all. Ah. Y, O. And what I should do, honestly, is just marry the ketchups. I should take the trays and marry them. But I don't do that because same reason I don't organize and clean my craft room often enough. Because rather than get organized, it's more fun to make stuff. Happy birthday to you. So whoever catches that, I hope they are feeling very loved. Okay, let me get some. All right, let me put some little hearts on there because I think it's cute. I was looking at the one of these I did last time and I was like, oh, I wrote it with the letters and then I like, that's cute. I could do that again. And I put the little hearts. Cutie, cutie. So if someone comes to the parade and they have a sign that says, it's my birthday, I'm going to try to throw them a birthday shoe because that makes me happy. All right, she still needs her stuff. I'm going to set her aside for now. What are we going to do? Thinking about what we're going to do next. I would like to, all right, how's my glue gun doing? Nice and warm. Don't touch your glue gun like that. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, I'm gonna set my trays down there because I might do a little more of that, but I'm not gonna do a little more of that right now. So I was thinking, like, I was like, oh, I don't want feathers because that'll look weird. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think the feathers look cute. I think it looks like a kind of fluffy snowball. It looks like nice fluffy ice on your snowball. So I am gonna put a little bit of feathers. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a little, yeah, I'm gonna do a little donut. That was Lizette's suggestion. I sent her the picture and she was like, I wouldn't do a ton of feathers, but like a little donut right where the syrup hits the, that's cute. We love that. Okay. So let me do that because I don't want to put the, I am going to do the little friendship bracelet letters on her, but I don't want to do it until I place the fluff because I don't want them to be hidden. Cute. Yeah, and it just looks like the syrup is pouring into the, that works just fine. I like that a lot. All right, and I ended up going with the lighter because I feel like the syrup kind of changes the color of the snowball slowly. Cute. I love that. I think she's adorable. Okay, so now I'm going to write Muses 2026 inside the shoe. Okay. E6000 might have been the better choice for this because I need slightly more, but we're figuring it out. All roads lead to Rome. All drains lead to the ocean, if you will. Okay. All right, M-U-S-E-S. It is wild how, like, my ability to spell gets tanked by the circumstances. Oh, I really like that though. It's very like childhood summer fun in a way that really tickles me. So we do not sell these at Craft Culture, the little friendship bracelet letters, just because they're so cheap elsewhere. We can't really compete on price. So that's not something that we would like stock. We have in the past had like friendship bracelet kits, especially at the height of the friendship bracelets popularity, obviously. Okay, and then it is going to be 2027. Oh, but I have no 2s in here. I have no 2s, which makes sense. I used them up. All right, well, I'm gonna have to wait then on that, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to wipe that little bit of glue off. But what I am going to have, when I get more numbers, which I know I have them, I just need to dig them out. So it's going to say Muses. Can y'all see it in there? Muses 2027. That's really cute. I love her so much. And so I love her so much. She came out really cute. I do a little bit of like hairdressing sometimes on my Marabou, just if something's sticking out a little funny or I want to make sure she sits pretty. All right, so that girl is done. Once she says 2027, she done. She done. So that's our kind of disposable cup. So fun. Grape snowball, grape syrup, grape shoe. You're great. I love her. Okay. What are we doing now? What are we doing? We're making candles. That's what we're doing. We're making candles. Okay. So I have this one that I cut this is one that I haven't cut the bit off, and this is one I've cut the bit off. The little bit like goes into the fake tea candle, but I didn't want to do that because I think it looks more lifelike if I do this. All right. And I got to hold that a little bit. A little more hot glue. And I have never done this before, so we are figuring this out on the fly. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And then I will glitter this yellow, obviously, bright yellow, like a little flame. And, right, a flame is yellow, right? Is a flame white? What does a flame look like? I will Google that. But we are going to glitter the flame. All right, so cutting off the little cylinder portion. and then taking a little piece of wire. These pieces of wire are much longer than they're going to be. They're going to be short like wicks. Whew. So I am going to shorten that up, but while I'm glittering it, it helps to have it be kind of on a long stalk there. That really looks good though. I'm pleased with that. Looks good. Okay. Will you like sit? Oh, you will. You'll sit. Nice. Ah, you won't sit. Oh no. Okay. That's my fault. I was sitting it in one of the little holes here so that it could sit upside down so that the wick could dry straight up. But I had a little thread of hot glue and I like Spider-Man thwipped it to myself accidentally. Whoops. Okay. It was the she. It cracks me up every time. I don't know what to tell you.
One more for the road.
No, thank you. I'm busy right now. No, I'm busy right now, but soon. My kids love to give me the giggles. But they are children, so they do that thing where like they say something funny and you laugh at it and then they want to say it like 10 more times right in your face because the feeling of you laughing is like such a treat for them. Okay, so what we're going to do with these, we're going to glitter them, but then we're going to, can y'all see how it's going to look? It's going to really look like a candle. We're going pretty hardcore on that. I'm excited. All right, so 1, 2. Second verse, same as the first. We're gonna cut all the little cylinders off. Just, you know, a little bit of a trim there. So they're a little more flame-like. And I need to give that a wee Google and see what the flame is supposed to look like. I mean, is it, in my mind, I'm picturing yellow flames. But my mind is not always spot on. But those are going to be little flames on wicks. Hooray for hoarding. Hooray for keeping something. I mean, honestly, I've probably had those little votives since I lived in Memphis. So those little votives are probably older than my kids. Okay, let's set you there. Nice. We're getting the flow of it now. Truly, this is the first time I've ever made candles this way, so we are all trying something out together. And if the flame isn't like exactly on the wick, that's not a big deal, but I do kind of want the flame to mostly sit where it's supposed to. Boop. Okay, and, oh, come on now. And you can reposition a little as your hot glue is setting up. Okay. How's that looking? Good. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Where did my, oh, okay, there it is. I was like, I know I counted 8. I know I counted 8 up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just the thin floral wire that I usually use for my suspensions, but I thought it looked like a thin little wick and would be strong enough. Boop. So I do think you could sculpt the flames out of air dry clay. I wouldn't use polymer clay just because I would worry about it crumbling a little bit. I mean, it might work, but I would probably use polymer clay. Air dry clay rather than polymer clay because it's going to retain a little bit of its squish. A little bit. You know, the air dry clay doesn't, it's hard to compare them, air dry clay and polymer clay. The polymer clay sort of has more denseness and is a little bit more like prone to crumble, I would say. Not like, it's not going to just crumble all over the place, but I do think, like the air dry clay would work better for this. If something rubs up against it, it's not gonna You just have I think it would be fine, but I think air dry clay would be better than polymer clay. And these little plastic thingies are perfect, especially since what, bud? What, honey? Recycling. It's cardboard, so it goes in the recycle. All of it. The whole box. We got important questions. All right, I'm going to sit you upside down. I'm not going to spiderweb flip you. All right, it looks really good. It really is looking good. Once I think that's going to really look great. That's too long, but I'm going to shorten it up. When I actually put them in, I'll shorten them up, and that's going to be so good. And we'll do a little dollop of white glue there with some white hot glue there with some white glitter. And so it'll look like the wax is like melty. It's going to be so cute. So cute. Okay. Should I do just one? No. I'm gonna be patient. I want to do one to like see how it looks, but we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna be patient. Wow. Okay. Almost done, because I need 5 birthday candles for my candy ice cream sundae, and I need 3 for my pretty pastel sophisticated rainbow girl. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, one last one. Squirt of hot glue inside the little plastic flame. And then, are the flames maybe orange? Should I be using KK's Clementine? Should I try to ombre from KK's Clementine into yellow? That's a little much. I don't hate a little much, as we all know. I am certainly no stranger to that's a little much. So let me just show y'all what she's gonna look like. This one I'll shorten it up, even though it's gonna make it more annoying for me to deal with her. That looks so good. That is perfect. And we'll do the little melty wax, and then it'll be just everything. That looks so good. I cannot recommend buying these for this, but if you have some sitting around. Otherwise, the air dry clay would be great. But I think the wire, comparing, like, this is what I used to do with the leaves, and this is what I'm doing this time. I just, the move to hyperrealism. I might need to cut this off and redo these like this. I will have to find some more of these in the stash, but I'm sure I have them. I'm not going to cut them off until I'm sure, but I think I might redo them all to be the hyperrealism. Oh my God, that looks so good. Can y'all see? That looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, don't you love it when a weird ass plan comes together? Me too. All right, so there are all my little candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got enough to do the 5 candles in here and the 3 candles in there. And I'm gonna dig and see if I can find them. I will make more candles because I really like that a lot. And I would love them to all be, perfect. I would love them to all be perfect. Perfect is a strong word. Okay, what now? What are we working on now? The 2 big things I wanted to do were to continue the sculpting. So I do want to do that. And I want to put a little bit of trim on her, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a little bit of trim on her. Let me find the trim I want for that. I'm going to put some fancy pants gold trim on her. Yeah, okay. Let me trim her real quick while I got the gun out and hot. I kind of always have the gun out and hot, but still. Fancy pants gold trim. Nice. Nice. Good. the challenge with shoes that look like food is always balancing the food with the shoe. Like, I could make a slice of cake that looks very realistic, but I also still want it to look like a shoe. And I want there to be trim so that it's pretty and clean. So that's always kind of a challenge. There's always balance. Because like on the one hand, it's not super appetizing to have like sequins inside your cake. But on the other hand, my shoe would have that. So like, well, I don't know. A balance. So kind of where the shoe meets the cake, it's a little bit of a hybrid, if that makes sense. That's how, at least how I think of it. She's hefty, which is understandable. There was a lot of sculpting went into this shoe. This shoe, she was a labor of love, as they all are. But we did a lot of work on her. We built the cake. We painted the funfetti dots. We went pretty hard. We put some fake candy in there. We did the thing, y'all. Who's doing it like us? Who's doing it like us, huh? Nobody. All right, do I want a little piece of trim there? I do not. I do not. I am going to write Muses 2027 in here. I'm going to see. Sorry, y'all. I have so much glitter in my nose. She needs her flames. We're going to do the drips on her. I'm probably not doing drips today, but let me just show y'all real quick how the drips work. So I'm going to make the drips, I've got a white glue stick in here. Oh, she's not quite ready. That's okay. Let's see, who's going to get some stuff? I think I'm going to put my straw in here. Yeah. So I'm going to make the hole with a dowel. Line that up right there. Okay. Making the hole a little bigger. And if I really want that hole to be bigger, I can take a chopstick, but I don't seem to have a chopstick at the moment. So what I will use is the butt end of a brush. Make it nice and big. Okay. Hot glue, hot glue. Straw. And I would go a little long on your straw because you can always, you can always shorten it up. It's hard to long it. And then I'm going to clip this dowel. This is a bamboo skewer. So it's a little bit thinner. I like a slightly thicker dowel, but we are not going to fuss too much about what we do or don't have. We're going to work with what we got. And that just makes it a little stronger so that if something bumps it, it doesn't snap. All right, straws in there. Angle it slightly more down. Yeah, I like that. And then I have so much glitter in my nose. And then I want to put a little handle on her. Oh, that's what my grape girl needs. She needs her straw and her spoon. So she is a Pandora snowball because that's where we go. So she would get the blue, this is a blue Pandora spoon. Snap. Snap. Okay, so she's gonna get her spoon stuck in there. You know, you have to muscle it in firmly, but also gently. So, all right. I cut the handle so it looks like the spoon is stuck all the way in. And then I stick the spoon in. Then I add a little hot glue right where it's going. And in goes the spoon. And now it looks like I stuck a spoon in the snowball. And let me give her a straw as well. Actually, I wonder if I want to do a plastic straw instead of one of these stripy straws. I'm going to hold off on that because I have some plastic straws in my home that I think would work for that. And then I could put the little bend in it. I like that though. And she is going to get Do I want to put a pink spoon in her? That feels like a lot. I'm just going to put a clear spoon in her. That's what we're going to do. Careful when you're snapping that plastic. Yeah, that works. Boom. Boom, boom. Angle it slightly down. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Boom, baby. All right. So she needs her Muses 2027 in there. I'm also gonna, oh, y'all will notice I swapped it out for gold. I was looking at her and I was like, it's just not enough. It's not like, it's not fancy enough. This is the Empress of Snowballs, and I just want it to look impressive. So I went ahead and swapped out the trim for gold, and I made this kind of like design on the cup because the cup alone felt a little simple. So I'm going to write Muses 2027 on the side in either gold or rainbow. We'll see how sassy I'm feeling. And then I think I'm also going to put Muses 2027 in those little friendship bracelet letters because I think it's cute. So I'm still working on this. I also decided to scooch this up a little bit. I had it angled and I just wasn't loving it as much as it hitting right on the top. So that's what I did. And now I have a hole to patch there, but I will. It's a small hole, not a big deal. But I am going to patch it a little. All I did there was put a little bit of wet glue, Mod Podge, over the spot where the hole was. And I've added a little more glitter there, just so it looks filled in. It's gonna look a little wonky while it dries, but once it's all dry, it'll look, you know, maybe not seamless, but close enough. Good enough for us. Okay, so what I need for her is to continue, this is not glued in, this is just stuck there. But I don't want to take her out and put her in and take her out and put her in because, you know, it's gonna like when you strip a screw or you know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave that for now, and that way I know kind of where she is. Do I want to glitter the straw in the... I'm gonna think about that. But anyway, she's looking great. She still needs all axed for yellow on the syrup and the bottle. And of course, she still needs her pink and her blue are going to go down here, hang out in that little spot. Like she just got poured and we're pouring the last bit. But she's very close to done. She needs her transfer. She needs her friendship bracelet letters. She needs her suspension bottle finished up with some all axed for yellow. I really need to use all axed for yellow because it's bright like that. We're really going. You need something, sweetheart?
Are you asking?
Why are you asking?
Because I want to take a walk.
Oh, we can do a walk. Yeah. I am not quite almost done. Give me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so she needs her bottles. She needs her... She needs her lettering on the side. I'm going to make transfers that say Muses 2027 and put them on this side. I'm going to make those in gold or maybe in purple and see which one I like more. The nice thing about transfers is you don't have to commit to the bit until you're ready. I'm going to continue to glitter this, but I need to get all axed for yellow. And so until I do that, I'm not going to worry about, I'm going to leave her there so I don't lose her. Once I get all axed for yellow, I'll pull this out, I'll finish glittering her, and then I'll glue her in. I'm going to leave these little bottles here too. I need to get the lids for those and do them in red. And oh, and I need to make the little labels for all of them. I haven't decided yet if I'm doing transfers or not. So we're going to try that. We've got a lot of transfers in our near future, so that's fine. Okay, she's looking good. She's looking good. Let's do a little bit of sculpting because that was kind of on the agenda for today. We're going to do a little sculpting. Okay. Because that's really what's kind of... Oh, I was going to show you guys how to do the drips. Before I put the glue guns away, well, not away, because I need them for the sculpting. Before we transition over to the sculpting, let me show y'all drips real quick. So I've got a white glue stick. That's why I stopped, because the white hasn't transitioned over yet. So let's... Okay, there, we're starting to transition a little. Perfect. I wonder if she's gonna need to be 2 scoops. Probably not if we put a nice big thing of like fake whipped cream on top of her. I think she'll be tall enough. Okay. Okay. White's coming out, so now we're ready to make drips. So glue sticks come in different colors if you're unaware of this. And if you use the glue stick of the different color, it will look like that once it firms up. It will do the same job as a glue stick, but it will also add kind of some different special effects for you. So these are white glue sticks. I have a gun that's for white glue sticks, a gun for red glue sticks, and a gun for clear glue sticks. You can absolutely have a glue gun for every color of glue stick that there is. I use a lot of red and white, so those are kind of my default is the wrong word, but I sort of leave them as is. I leave them loaded with those. All right, so I will be right back with you, but I have the same glitter that I used for the blue of this ice cream cone. So fun. I'm going to, with this white hot glue, excuse me, y'all. I have the white dollop of glue on there. I sprinkle the glitter, and then I let it drip. Don't put too much, or it's gonna go pretty nuts. What's up, buddy? It is not, oh, hey, buddy. It has not been 10 minutes. You're just saying hello? So we're making some drips. As with anything where we're kind of doing hot glue, sculptural stuff, structural stuff, where we're using the hot glue not only as an adhesive, but as a texture. So like when we're making the pouring liquid, we're using the hot glue as a glue, but also as a texture. Buddy, you're watching. I promise I'll be done soon.
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, well then, summertime. Oh no, while I was looking away, it dripped all the way down. That's okay, that happens. It's okay, buddy, but if you could let me concentrate for a little bit longer, that would be super duper.
Just gonna close this.
Thank you. Yes, please close it. Oh man. Okay, so that dripped a little too far, but what we're gonna do this time is kind of make the drip. If you find that it's dripping too far, too fast, leave it horizontal for a little longer, and that way you aren't like fighting gravity quite as much. But I find it helps to make the ice cream drips on top of white. Okay, let's see if that's dripping. Okay, dripping a little fast. You do have to kind of, as I was saying before Matthew needed me, using need in an extremely, anything where you're using hot glue as a sculptural component, as a structural component, where you're making an artificial texture, it is time, you have to go slow and be patient. That's the hardest part of like sculpting stuff with hot glue, because it's a wily material. That's really looking good though. I'm really loving that. So a little drip won't drip as far as fast, so you don't need to worry about fighting gravity quite as much, but you do want to kind of keep an eye on it. See my drips? She's looking nice and drizzly. Okay. And it'll be a little messy, but you know, so is a nice melty ice cream cone on a hot day. She looks good. She's looking good. And I definitely want to put some drips in the front where I kind of have that raw edge between the ice cream and the shoe. So some drips help to like disguise that a little and make it look sort of intentional. So I'm putting some white glue in here. I'm sprinkling plenty of glitter over that. And then I'm letting it kind of run down the front of the shoe a little bit. I don't want it to run too far, but I do want it to kind of create some drips down the front of the shoe. And if I want the drips to be slightly longer, I can add a little bit more glue and kind of let it drip. The little spider webbies are, of course, always there to try your patience. Okay. But we will take care of them towards the end. We do not need to worry about them too much right now. All right. I'm trying to get these drips shaped exactly the way I want them. Me and Gravity, not duking it out exactly, but certainly having drips. Drips. Yeah, I think the drips just add a little bit of extra verisimilitude, a little extra realism. 2 minutes? Goodness. Let's see what we can get done in 2 minutes, because Maddie's on the clock. All right. And if you have a spot where the hot glue kind of firmed up a little before you could get the glue on it, you can always go in with a paintbrush and touch it up. Nothing wrong with that. All right, and I don't want to go insane with my drips. I don't want it to be like a billion drips all over, but I do want a good amount of drips. I do want a decent amount of drips. So, you guys see, she's got some drips. She's looking good. Okay. She's looking good. I'm gonna let that sit, I think. Not least of which, oh, one was going a little fast. It takes patience, and you gotta keep an eye on it. Sometimes those drips wanna meander. I've seen people make the drips with hot glue and then put them on. I don't really find that works for me. But, you know, give it a shot. You get a piece of like parchment paper and the hot glue won't stick to it. And then you can make the drips and then put them on where you want them. Something to consider. That's a nice lengthy drip. I like that. But once the drip gets to the length you want, if you don't want it going any further, just hold it flat. Stop fighting gravity, you know? Defy gravity a little, if you will. And I'm gonna make one drip that is dripped all the way off, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Okay, I'm wrapping up, bud. I'm just putting the drips on this ice cream cone that you and I designed. But I definitely don't want that wandering. As always, a little whisper with a heat gun is gonna be our best friend in terms of making sure the little spider webs aren't too big of an issue. She looks good though. I think I will definitely add some more drippies to her, but I don't want to do too much too fast and overdo it. So I'm gonna let these drippies kind of, I say that, I always do that. I'm like, I think I'm gonna stop there, and then I do like 4 more. Just, you know, I'm gonna stop there, and by there I mean a little ways down the road. Because I don't want to go too nuts. I want to kind of give it a chance to breathe. I'm so full of canal water. I'm like, I'm gonna stop there, guys. And the reason I'm gonna stop there is because I'm gonna stop there, and then I keep going. She's looking nice and drippy though. Isn't she good? Isn't she looking fabulous? Really into that. Really into that. She's looking really good. Oop, I got a little hot glue on my cherry, but that's all right. I can peel that off. I want her up. I'm so full of canal water, guys. I'm like, you gotta let it sit. You don't want to let it get too nuts. And then, you know what we're gonna do? A little bit more. I just keep, when I hold her up to the camera, I see empty spots that I want filled in. All right, so I made a big dollop. I'm letting it sit for a while because if I make the dollop and turn it straight up, it's gonna slide off the shoe like a landslide. All right. Landslide me down. Really looking cute though. I'm very pleased with this one. I normally don't do the stems, but I might do the stem on her in Buggy's Boogers just because I'm like, it's not worth it. It's so little, but I've gone so hard on her. It seems a shame not to hit all the, that's the one I just made. Okay. She looks really great though. She looks nice and fun and drippy, and I'm very pleased with that. Alrighty, so I am gonna do her stem while I've got her, and then I'm gonna have to boogie because we are apparently very invested in walkies. I think in the summer that's, you know, a good, the boys pitch that because they know I'm always up for a walk. So if I'm working and they want my attention, they can be like, let's go for a walk, and I'll kind of always go for it. There are worse things though. Went ahead and glittered that. Yeah, glittering it was the move. And Buggy's Boogers is a good choice. And I've got this one little spot where I accidentally, oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. So I'm just going to carefully just touch up that one little spot. That was totally my fault, but I fixed it with a touch up. Look at my drippy cone. Look at my pretty cake. I'm gonna make my candles pretty. I'm gonna write Muses 2025 inside of her, the shoe. And then we're gonna be just, I think that one's done when we do that. Oh shoot, dang, she's almost done. Where was that? I've been working on her so long, I didn't think the end would ever come. But once she gets her little candles, she'll be good to go. Though I think I might, I've been looking at these little sequin letters and I really do love them, but I think I might, like I have so much glitter up my nose, and then I do that. Like, of course you've got glitter up your nose, ding dong. I might try to put a little bit of paint on top of it just to make it a little bit more dimensional. I'm still figuring that out, but I think I might put a little bit of white mist iridescent scribbles, just a little on top of it so it has a little more height. I think that would be cute. And then we'll finish those candles. I need to look up what color candles are and glitter these flames. We were gonna sculpt the, we were gonna do some sculpt. It's all right, we will sculpt, we will sculpt. We will sculpt next time. There's always a next time. I know, buddy. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye, guys. See you soon.